Hey Alex, hey Doris. Thanks for being here. Hope you're doing well. Turn that music down a little bit. Since we're all here, I might as well show my face. Haven't played in a little while, so I'm just taking a look to see what new mods we've got. Ooh, look at that. A John Deere forestry machine. Well, I'm not going to load that now, but that could be useful later. I've already got one. Yeah, I updated real dirt color. Yeah, now I do, right? The construction map. Didn't this one already come out? Oh, this must just be an update. Yeah. I don't need that one. New map, Portugal South. That looks interesting. Looks like maybe some big fields there. That's a different looking silo. See, I don't like you two ganging up on me like that. I don't think that's fair. Small dairy. Less expensive than the regular dairy. I don't know if the production output is the same or not. Oh, small horse pasture. I've been wanting something like that. 2 horses. Yeah, I'm getting that. Because I've been wanting to get a horse on my map. Just to have one to ride around. Like, not necessarily to breed horses. Yeah, but just to have a horse to take for a ride once in a while. Greenlands. I remember seeing the preview on this one, and I thought it looked pretty good at the time. Oh no, this one's been out too. This one has been out for a while, hasn't it? Yeah, of course you can, Doris. I think this one was already released. This is an update, right? That one actually looks... Oh, it did just come out. Okay. It actually looks pretty good. Looks like an English style map. Hedges around the fields and everything. 100 fields. 100 fields for 1x map. That means the fields are going to be kind of small, which is not my current jam, but it does look like a pretty nice map. Maybe I'll try it later on. Okay, those are all the new ones. Super person. Don't we already have that? Oh, that also does run speed. End time. Okay, so that looks like that might combine a few mods. Oh, and you can jump high. Okay. So you can jump up on top of your silos and stuff. Yeah, maybe I'll try that later on, maybe to replace a few of these other mods that I've got. Okay, so let's get into it. I started playing on County Line. I got a few hours on that one. That's a pretty cool map. Okay, so here I want to enable the horse one that I just added. EFGH. Oh no, it'll be small. Small horse. I also want the horse helper. Okay, I already got that turned on. And then it was small horse. It's hard to find. I wish it would highlight the ones that you just added. There we go. Small horse pasture. And then I'm also going to be trying Sim Dashboard. But and that's got a mod that I need to turn on, but I forget what it's called. Oh, okay. Sim dashboard interface is what it's called. But I don't see it under the S's. So is it under dashboard interface maybe? Oh, for crying out loud. I'm gonna have to go through all these now. Yeah, I'll show you in a minute once I get it running. But first I have to find the mod that goes with it. I did load it. I just don't know what it's called in here. Load. Let's see. Gooseneck. Industrial Bakery. John Deere junk. I mean, awesome stuff. Lizard. This is aggravating. That new grain silo looks pretty nice. Where are you hiding, guy? Oh, you know what? And I'm going to turn off the center of gravity mod. I was getting frustrated with that one. I'll keep the wheels mod on for now. But this, there it is. Sim. See, why does sim come before sawmills? I don't know. But yeah, there's sim dashboard interface. Okay. So Sim Dashboard is, it's an Android app, which I have running on a tablet right here. And I'll show it to you once it starts actually working. You run a server app on your PC. You run the mod in the game. And it basically gives you a control panel for your vehicles. And it's completely customizable. Right now I'm using one that I think was made by FarmSim Guy. There's also a community, so you can share your dashboards or load other people's dashboards. Yeah, let me get it loaded and running here, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Hey Apache, how are you? And thank you for the 15th month of subbing. Appreciate that very much. Okay. So it should be running now, but it says it's not running. Oh, I have to pair it. Alright. Bear with me a moment here, guys, while I pair this to my PC. Next, we're going to do Wi-Fi. Oh, I'm not connected to my Wi-Fi. That's why it's not working. Because I bought this tablet at my parents' house. And I didn't connect it to my Wi-Fi when I got home. So give me just a second here. Hey, K-Mac. How are you? Okay, do that later. Alright, so now let's turn this back on. Okay, now we're connected. Let's do automatic setup. There's my computer. Okay. I understand that my IP address must remain the same. Okay, that's done. Ready to start. Okay. How do I make this thing go away? Full screen. Okay. So, I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is the dashboard that I loaded. How do I turn that off? For crying out loud. Well, this is fun. I hope all this garbage goes away after I restart the game. Okay. I also hope I don't just start cursing during my stream. That would be bad. Because I'm starting to feel that way a little bit. Sorry, folks. Oh, yeah. Now I have to reactivate the mods. Okay. Well, at least I know where to find them now. Okay, so one was S as in small, and the other one was S as in whatever letter comes before S. Right? So there's that. There's that. Okay, start. Here we go. God bless it. Anyway, see, this is what happened when I take time off. All right, let's see if I can get this started again so I can show it to you. Okay, so firm grip. So this is a sample dashboard. Right, so it's got all these telemetry functions from your vehicle, and there are buttons over here where you can activate and deactivate functions of whatever you're driving. Here, let's try this. Alright, so I know with my lights and everything it's not too good, but so you can see your RPM, you can see that the engine's turned on. Right, so I should be able to turn it off by pressing that button. You can control your lights. I mean, you can control basically anything that you want with this dashboard. So I thought I would try using that because I've been thinking about breaking out my steering wheel lately. And that would be something that I would need to have all the controls that I would need. Yeah, this one says Fendt. There are some that say John Deere. There are others that don't have any branding on them. Farm Sim guy, actually, he's made a few custom dashboards for specific vehicles. Like for specific tractors and combines and stuff. All right, so here's a little issue I found with this silo mod. Every time I load it, it resets all the grass around the two silo bins. Right, so all the landscaping that I did around these things disappears every time I load the game. So I'm going to have to see if I can figure out how to fix that. Because that's undesirable. Okay. But anyway, yeah, I've got a steering wheel that I've been thinking about using again since I'm playing pretty much exclusively Farm Sim these days. I used to have the SciTech Farm Sim pack, what they called the heavy equipment. When I got it, it was the Farm Sim steering wheel. Then they changed it to the heavy equipment. I've since thrown away the pedals and the wheel from that kit because they were pretty lousy, to be honest. But I did save the side panel. And I still have, and I have a Logitech, I have an old Logitech wheel and shifter, which I may upgrade depending on, you know, how much I like using it. But, so I was thinking about using the wheel and then using this panel instead of the Cytec side panel. And I ordered a pair of joysticks as well that I could use for forestry and stuff. Ah, okay, yeah. Yeah, so you know how the wheel is. I mean, there's no force feedback. It's just very, you know, it's just driven by springs, basically. It's very cheap. It feels cheap, and yeah. So, anyway, hey, let's do some farming here. Let's see what we got for sale. First of all, look at that, would you? Too bad we've already got a cotton harvester. Otherwise, this one might be good to have. But you know, something interesting about this one, if you buy this one, once you start using it, you can never fold it up again. You can't fold it because it's got two chambers in it. It's got a chamber to load cotton in, and then it has a separate chamber for the baler. Okay, so once the main chamber fills up to 3,000, it moves all of that material into the baler to be added to the bale. The bales are 10,000 liters, so you do that three times, I think. Well, at least 3 times. Anyway, it'll add it to the baler. That way you can continue to collect material while it bales, so it doesn't have to stop. But what I found is that if there's anything left in that first chamber, which you can't empty, by the way, you can empty whatever's in the baling chamber when you're done, even if you don't have a complete bale. But you can't empty whatever's in the first chamber, at least on my other No Man's Land map where I did buy and used one of these things. And you can't fold it. You can't fold it when there's anything in there. So I was never able to fold it up again, and that just kind of bugged me. So I'm going to keep the case. And then we'll lease additional cases when the need arises. All right, so we're in December. Everything has been harvested. I am going to need to, I need to delete this custom field because the field has changed. So let's redraw that one. Since I've been rebuilding the farm. I do want to continue to do some more decoration around the farm to make it look nicer. But so far I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. And then I'm just going to go straight across here because I do want to... There we go. Because I do want to fix that little loopy bit there. I'm not buying it. Because if I buy that, then I need to buy another trailer, and then I need to sell the case. Yeah, like Willie said, case closed. I've bought enough. Well, look, I've already bought some Deere stuff, okay? And we'll get more, but just not that. All right. So it looks like we need to plow CP5. And that's about all the maintenance we need to do. So let's get out the plow and let's take care of that. And we'll check on our animals. Trying to remember where I've got everything. I spent since the last stream, I put all the equipment away. Okay, so this is what I've got in this shed. We got our beet harvester, the forage harvester, the 2 big Deere tractors, and the truck. Hey, thanks, Willie. I did. It was great. We had a really nice time. And then here in the shed, I've got all the tools and the carts and things. Okay, and then I added another shed out here as well, because I couldn't fit the cotton harvester in the garage, and I thought this made a nice place to put the trailers for the semi. So we got our timber trailer, our cotton trailer, and our grain trailer, and then I put the buy-all right there. I also put the plow outside because, as you can see, it's a little bit tall to fit into this shed. I might be able to park it into here, although I think I'll leave this open for vehicles. Okay, I got the Fendt in the garage because I was doing some maintenance on it. $2 million liters of silage. Holy cow. That's amazing. $1 million. Nice. Alright, so we got our forestry rig in here. And then in here we got our big X9. We got our sprayer. And then, like I said, I was doing maintenance on the Fendt, so I just left it in there. And that's how the farm looks today. We'll go into flight mode so we can see an aerial view. So I'm pretty happy with the layout. I think, all things being equal, I would say that we've got a little more empty space than we really need. So I think I'm maybe going to do some... I think I might add some decorative features, like here in the middle of the yard. For example... Whoops. For example, I was thinking maybe I could put in... I thought maybe I'd throw in like the... Whoa. Maybe I'd throw in like the Elk Mountain windmill there in the middle, and, you know, put some grass. Put some grass and some hedges and trees and stuff there. You know, or maybe I'll even put it out here and build some decorative features around it. I don't know. I'll think of something to do. Yeah, and I definitely want to do a lot more bushes and trees and stuff like that to make it look a little more natural. But we'll get into that later. For now, why don't we do the plowing? That plow, I think, does better when it's fixed to the back of a vehicle, so I'll use the Fendt for that job. Whoa. Oh, don't tell me. I think I forgot to take, I still forgot to remove manual attach, didn't I? Yeah, I've had it with that one. Alright, now let's see. Rear tool. I don't think I have an attach button on this particular dashboard. It tells me whether or not it's attached, but there's not an attach button. But, like, I can control all the lights here. Individually, might I add. That's pretty nice. Is there an attached button? Okay. Well, this dashboard doesn't have an attach button. So I may have to look around to find the type of dashboard that I really like, but for now this will be fine. Need to spend some time getting used to it. C Black, thank you for the resub. Need to retire it? What? I don't think so. Why would I do something like that? I've barely got... I don't even have 50 hours on this thing. Okay, we're going to turn that on. I'm at exactly 270 degrees. So if I drive straight across here, we can take that little kink out. There we go. And then I'll turn create fields off again. Oh, and there are other dashboards that have controls for the GPS, which I think is pretty nice. I think that's probably something I would want to have if I were going to start to use this regularly. I guess this one I'm using now, I guess, is really more for showing the status than it is for actually controlling the vehicle. Now, the one thing I would miss if I start using the steering wheel is the ability to control my camera view. Hey, Linear. I would lose the ability to control my camera view and move my character around when I'm outside of the tractor. Because the Logitech wheel that I have currently does not have any joystick controls on it. So I might need to go out and buy myself a new wheel. Hey, Lanesta, how are you? Okay, let's see here. Do another row here, and then I think I'll just use the hired worker. Yeah, I think I would probably have to use the mouse somehow. Still, for some things. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough call. I really would like to use the wheel just because there's nothing like driving around with a real steering wheel. Hey Creed, how are you? Thanks for stopping by, my friend. But you do lose a lot of convenience when you do that because you can't control everything from the wheel, and I don't want to be jumping between controls too much. So like if there's a wheel out there that has basically this built into it, I would definitely be up for trying that out. Especially because I think FS22 supports force feedback now, right? I think that's what I heard. You know what, I should have thrown some fertilizer down on this field before I started doing this. I didn't think of that. Okay. Yeah, so I think force feedback would be pretty sweet, because this never had force feedback support. As far as I know. Alright, you know what, I'm just going to hire a worker at this point. And we'll let her run. Get that plowing taken care of, and then we gotta decide what we're gonna grow. What are we going to grow this season? Yeah, I should have put some fertilizer in. Oh, well. Not a biggie. We'll get it next time. Oh, I did finish liming this field as well. I think that was the other thing that I had pending. So, as you can see, it's all been covered with lime. Right. So, so let's strategize a little bit. We're going to want, I mean, I think we just continue doing sorghum on CP6. So we'll do that. Oh, and I do have the seed hawk still at the shop that I need to get brought back to the barn. Let's take a look at the calendar. What do I plant first? Yeah, sorghum I can't plant until April. Okay. So we'll do sorghum again on CP6. I think I do need more straw for the cows. So we'll want to do, well, and we need feed for the chickens anyway. So we'll want to do, let me see what I have in the silo. I did buy some barley to feed the chickens. Just from the multi-fruit silo. So we got some barley in there. We sold all our taters, precious. Z can't stop Gohan. Thank you for the follow. Oh, the Seed Hawk. Yeah, it's hard to drive. And El Patron, thank you for the follow. Okay. Oh, I've got this silo over here. This is where I was keeping the straw. Let's see how much I've got in here. I don't know how much I need every year, to be honest. But I'm sure it's more than 18,000. Okay, so, yeah, so we need more straw. So we'll do sorghum on CP6. I should probably write this down. Because I ain't going to remember. We really need a notepad to-do list mod. All right, so CP6, sorghum, and then barley. We can do barley on which field? Straw for the manure factory. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that manure factory. Turning 1,000 liters of straw into 3,000 liters of manure doesn't sound terribly realistic to me. Although I'm sure it is quite profitable. All right. I think we ought to do more cotton. It seems like cotton is going to be a big money maker, right? Oh, and I did buy more land, didn't I? Yeah, so we want to expand this one. All right, so let's do, on CP3, let's do cotton again. And we're going to expand CP3 to take up most of field 20, most of plot 28 as well. And then we could do, we could do sugar beets and what? Okay, let's do barley on CP4. And then what do we do on CP1? What did we do last time? I think we did soybeans. Yeah, we could do soybeans again. It's kind of boring to do things again, though. What do you guys think we should do on CP1? We could do soybeans for cash. We could do canola and buy an oil mill. Oh, you know what? I can't do barley. It's too late. Okay. And I can't do canola either. I missed my window. I got nothing. I got nothing for the cows. Why didn't I plant anything this year? I guess I forgot. Sorry, animals that I'm supposed to be taking care of. I forgot all about you. Oh, I can do oats. Okay, we can do oats for straw. So we'll do oats on CP4. That'll give us enough straw for the year, I think. Okay, and then CP1, yeah, maybe we could do sunflowers. Oh, or we could do more silage. Here's what we can, let's see. Let's do corn on CP5 for silage. We'll do oats on CP4. We'll still have to buy the grain to feed the chickens. Alex, okay, my big field on 13, 14, 15, 16. Planted with cotton, 16 bales. That's pretty huge. Actually, you know what? I've heard that sunflower oil is not worth the money, that you lose money on sunflower oil. What's the other thing? Okay, yeah, so no oil. No oil. Yeah, I read that you actually lose money on sunflower oil. You're actually better off just selling the sunflowers. And if that's the case, I'd rather just do soybeans. Okay, so we'll do soybeans on CP1. Yeah, and I'm not getting into olives or grapes. Don't want to yet. Maybe we'll do it later, but for now, no. Okay, so that's the plan. Sorghum here, cotton here, and it's going to be a big field. Oats here, corn here, and soybeans here. And then, of course, we continue to grow and harvest grass on this little dinky field over there, but that gives us plenty of grass. Okay, so we got that figured out. Sorry for all that time with no sound, by the way. But we do need more silage. And then I guess in the meantime, we'll just have to buy straw and things that we need for the animals throughout this winter. See, the AI worker actually does a pretty good job if you don't give it too many complications. Like, I don't think I would get as good a result from Courseplay as I'm getting from this worker right now. Okay. Yeah, and then we'll redo that field. We'll redo field CP3. So let's... we're going to delete this custom field. And we'll create a new one when we expand it as soon as this job is done here on CP5. It's not perfect. We'll have to go fix a few bits and pieces there. Yeah, I see that patch back there that got missed too. All right, so before we plow that field, let's fertilize it. Well, actually, I should plow that bit first, right? No, but that'll get fertilized. Okay, so let's fertilize that field that used to be CP, whatever it was. I think we'll use the John Deere for that, since the fence busy. What other tractors do I have? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because I want another direct directly attached setup. Oh, no, Willie, that's actually a little bit, it's an area, it's away from there. It's not the same spot. Alright, so let's get the little baby fertilizer spreader. Which is actually quite large. Like if you look at it, it looks small. But then when you get out and you go and stand next to it, it's like 8 feet tall. That's why I like watching YouTube videos of some of this equipment being used in real life, because it really gives you a much stronger appreciation for how big this equipment really is. Okay. So let's create a course for that. Field position, target position. All right, one headland. I'm going to not bother bypassing. And field margin 0.6, that ought to be good. Make sure we get all the edges. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll go take a look at it. Here's my start point down here. Question for you guys. Does anybody know... Whoa. Yeah, you see that? Like with the... I almost flipped this thing over. Does anybody know if you apply lime to a field before it's needed, do you get credit for that? Like, will it reset the counter so that you have another 2 or 3 seasons or whatever it is before you have to apply lime again? Or does it just completely ignore it? Does anybody know? It does reset it. Okay, good. That is good. Alright. Yeah, because I think what I'll do is I'll apply lime to that entire field. Okay, good. That's good to know. Thanks, guys. Yeah, so I'll apply lime to the entire field rather than just the areas that are going to need it, because I don't want to constantly be dealing with 2 different states, you know, to deal with. Alright, cool. Okay. So now that's done plowed. Well, I'll take this out there because I'm going to need it again. I'll go ahead and plow the island that used to be covered in trees and has been denuded by my forestry stuff. Oh, we need to allow field creation. There we go. Why won't it cut? There we go. It wouldn't cut for some reason. Actually, if I use this Android dashboard, I wonder if I connect the tablet to my computer, if there's a way that I can have the display added onto the stream so that you guys can see it. That might be cool. And I could turn it on and off as well. But the first thing is going to be to come up with a nice dashboard that allows for full control. But I bought this tablet while I was, like I said, while I was at my parents' house, pretty much specifically to use with Farm Sim. Okay. So before I start plowing, I want to mark off that road, because there is a road that runs through this parcel of land, and I want to try to maintain these roads. All right, so I'm going to turn on the dirt, and I'm just going to trace over where that goes. So these are really the only constraints I'm putting on what I build in this playthrough. I'm just preserving these old roads. Just because I kind of like how they're sort of, I don't know, sort of like natural in the way that they're laid out. Where does it go from there? Okay, yeah, then it cuts over between these trees. Looks like I've already hosed this one. Okay. Well, that's okay. Can't have everything. I need to get more. There we go. Yeah, now it's easier to see. All right, and then eventually I'd want to put like auto drive, an auto drive path along all of this road as well. Yeah, there we go. Alright, and then that's part of the path that I've already built. So now that's all connected. Yeah, okay. And that one I've already built over, so it's too late for that. But no use crying over spilled milk. And I think this will connect up. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, so you see how this kind of forks down this way and then follows this ridge. So up on this ridge might be a cool place to build a house at some point. Overlooking the farm. There's my windmill. Where does that go? And that runs into another one of my fields. Yeah. Which I accidentally built through. Well, I could always reconfigure the fields. Which field is that? That's CP4. In fact, if I did grass, I might even be able to see where the trail used to be. But I'm not sure. Okay. So I'm going to turn on the GPS, if I can remember how. Yeah, there we go. And Control S. All right, and the heading, I want 90 degrees. Oh. I think it's 90 degrees. It should be 90 degrees. All right, now it's 90 degrees. And that width does not look right. There we go. Now it's right. Okay, there we go. Let's see, do I have create field on? Not yet. All right. So we'll head down toward the road. Let's turn that off. And then we'll do it freeform at this point. We'll just follow the road here. Okay, and then here I will cut across, and then we'll join up with the bottom edge of the field over this way once we get past these trees. And there we go. Hey, what's up? What do you hate me for? I don't even complain when you guys talk about other YouTubers on my stream. I know, I'm just kidding. I do want to try Greenlands. That does look nice. I played on Calmsden a bit. The thing about Calmsden is I don't like the way the farms are laid out. It's like it's too much of a pain to get into the silos and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's a real challenge just to drive around the map. Although if I get my steering wheel going, it might be a lot more enjoyable. Yeah, no, I really don't mind though, guys. I was just kind of joking about it. 'Cause I like watching other YouTubers too. Yeah. So. And look, let's face it. If I were to like put some kind of a ban on the discussion of any other YouTubers, it's not like that's going to increase my viewership at all, you know? So. It's all good. It'll just make me seem like a jerk, to be honest. Let's see here. Now, what should I do? Ow, sorry about that. Will a hired worker cut fields? I don't think so. You know what I think I should do? I should remove all the trees, and then I'll get Courseplay to finish the rest of this. So let's do that. There's not enough wood here to bother collecting and getting the forestry equipment out, I don't think. There's only these two large trees. So I'm just going to delete them. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if people were just coming in and just, like, spamming their video links or something, I guess I wouldn't really like that. But, I mean, but you guys talking about videos that you've seen or stuff that you've seen other YouTubers do that you like, I have absolutely no problem with that. In fact, I encourage it. Because that helps me find new content, too. In fact, I got the idea for using this dashboard from FarmSim guy. And dual joysticks too. I did order a pair of joysticks. I don't know. They're coming in later this week. He said that it really. What did he say? I'm trying to think of the words that he used. when he talked about using those like for forklifts and forestry equipment and stuff. Oh, he said it was like a revelation. Like that's how much better and easier it is with a pair of joysticks. So I really want to give that a try. I don't know if I'll use it enough to make it worth the money, so I may end up sending them back, but I thought I would give it a try at least. And then again, that's yet one more set of controls that I would have to mess around with. Oh, is that right, Tim? Yeah. Yeah, I could see how it would be. Or like for this machine, I'm sure a pair of joysticks would be awesome. So, we'll see. If I can figure out a way to get all this stuff set up on my desk so that my desk is not just a crowded mess, then I'll hang on to them. Okay. Yeah, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set up a course play course. I wonder if I should just plow. Maybe I should just plow the whole field while I'm at it. I think I should. But before I do that, how much power does my John Deere have? 388. Okay, I think I'm going to buy another plow. And let's get two going at the same time. I think that would be pretty nice. And we'll make this one John Deere green. Yeah, it's going to be a heck of a lot of cotton, that's for sure. But when I had, I'll take this down over there so that we can restart. When I had 2 harvesters on this field before I'm expanding it, it was a pretty reasonable job. It didn't take an incredibly long time. So I think even with this expansion, two harvesters running on it, we ought to be able to complete it within a reasonable amount of time. Of course, we have yet to see what kind of profits we're going to be making. From the cotton. But I feel reasonably certain that it's going to be worth the effort. We got about 80,000 liters off of it, if I recall correctly. That's an awfully steep hill. That's okay, though. It adds to the challenge. Yes. Thank you, Willie. Especially when you have case harvesters. It just makes it effortless. It's really a piece of cake with the right equipment. Alex. It's like, yeah, whatever. Alright. Let's drive down to the shop and pick up that other plow. And we'll get it going with 2 vehicles. Don't worry, Alex. We'll get you taken care of. I left her a whole pallet of cake at the warehouse. In fact, I think it's still there. Oh, you know what? I may have picked it up already. Let's take a look. Yeah, I think I did pick it up already. Yeah, so Doris already got her, she already got her cake. And there's the Seed Hawk, which I'm looking forward to using in the spring to do our seeding. Now that's a piece of equipment that is, it's not terribly easy to use, but it's awfully efficient once you get it up and running. If you have a big field, it's kind of a pain to turn around. So you really want to use it on fields where it can run in a straight line for a while. But it's also just really cool to use it. So efficient or not, I'm looking forward to using it. Okay, so we're going to allow fields with this one. We did buy some other land too recently. Right, we've got all this land down here that I was talking about making another big field. So maybe we can do that here in these winter months as well. I would like to see a larger bank balance than what we've got right now. Just because 77K is kind of a thin margin to be operating on. Right, like when we need to buy lime and seed and fertilizer and stuff, it's not going to go very far. Especially since our fields are getting pretty large. Okay, so let's set up a dual machine plowing course on this field. That will be lots of fun. Okay, yeah, so you can see how it's got the new field boundary selected. Mark Backer, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. All right. So in this case, I'm going to set field margin to 0 because I don't want it to go over the edge of my field. And we're not going to do an island bypass because I want it to go over that part of the field that's not done yet. Work width is 9. We're going to do 2 tools. And let's do 2 headlands. And that'll be 2 times 2. So it'll actually be 4 headlands, if that makes sense. Okay, there she is. So let's get these guys set up, put them into position. Lined up near our start point. We should probably have duels on these guys, don't you think? I think we need a little more traction to pull these plows. Let's pull into the shop. Oh, I can't get into that shop with the plow. Why am I thinking I have another shop someplace? Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Okay. Oh, you know what? I should be able to just pull my nose in and not have to detach the plow. Let's see. Let's see if that'll work. Yay, it works. Okay. So let's repair it. And let's throw dual wheels on this guy. 16,000. That's going to hurt a little bit. Oh well. And I think we already bought twin wheels for the Fendt before. Oh, and I'm going to have to save this course. Did I lose the course? Huh. It looks like the course went away when I did that. That's annoying. Now let's work with 8.9. Okay. Let's try again. Okay, and we're going to have to save this. So this is, I don't know what this is. We'll just call this... I'll just call it Plow. This will be just a temporary course. And that's so I can load it on the other tractor. Okay. So he's in position. Let's get the Fent. There we go. Let's put the dual wheels on him. Hey, Linear. What were you making yourself? What is that? A kunefe? Okay, we'll repair. Alright, so this one's got wide tires and weights. Yeah, we already paid for twin wheels before, so that's a no-cost change now. Tim, they should. I've got the real tire mod loaded. Now I'm not really sure. I haven't tested it, but supposedly with that mod it does make a difference. But I really can't say for sure. So I'm mostly doing this for the sake of realism more than anything else. It just looks cool. Okie doke. So now let's load that course. Okay, so we'll get the lead vehicle going first. So here we're on the left side, and I'm going to start at the first waypoint. And like I said, I need to leave create fields on because I'm going to be hitting up that part that's not plowed yet. So allow create fields. First waypoint, go. And then this guy is going to be on the right side. First waypoint. Create fields on. And now you go. And they may miss a few bits here and there, and we'll have to go and clean them up, but this will do pretty quick work on this field. Alright, and we've... Yeah, and actually I can see my lead vehicle is kind of trimming the edge a little bit. Ever so slightly. So the field's going to get slightly larger. Shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, it'll be okay. Oh, okay. Let me catch up with Chet here. Jim, how are you? I'm glad you could make it. You didn't miss a Sunday. There was no stream on Sunday because I was out of town. So you didn't miss anything. And the kunefe, Arabic dessert. Thin strands of crispy dough covering sweetened cheese. I think I've had that before. The thin strands of crispy dough and the crushed pistachios and honey. I know what you're talking about there. I've had that. When I lived in Michigan, I lived in a or I went to school at least in an area where there was a fairly large population of Middle Eastern emigres. And there were a lot of really good Arabic restaurants there, and I love that food, including the desserts. I was in Dearborn, Michigan. Oh, hey Jim. My mom and them are doing great. Actually, that's where I was. I was visiting my mom and my dad. So I didn't get a chance to see them at Christmas time, unfortunately. So this was the first time I've seen them since, I think since around August or so. So yeah, so it was really nice to see them. Okay, so here we're going to be going over some ground we already worked, but... Oh, okay. Yeah. I showed the New Balances to my son, and he said that those are good ones to get. Good dad shoes. Oh, I didn't buy them, no. No, because my son told me they weren't dad enough. They were a little too stylish. Yeah. Because we were joking around that it would be funny if I got like a total, like the complete meme dad outfit. Yeah, Lunier, like totally white, just like, you know, white leather. Yeah. Like all leather. Really white, like cross training shoes. And then I need to get a nice pair of jeans shorts, some good dad jorts, like a leather belt, and then some kind of a dorky shirt that I can tuck in, and then I'll have the complete dad outfit. Yes, high socks are a must. Yep, that's an important component to that outfit. And then we'll be rocking it. See, you got to be careful with that, Willie, because if you go too old school, then it starts to be actually kind of cool. So you don't want to. You gotta kind of stick with like late '80s, early '90s, so that it's not too cool. Okay. Let's switch over to the Deere so we can stay in front. There we go. Yeah, see, I really didn't want this field to get any bigger, but it doesn't look like I'm going to hit anything, so I think it'll be safe. Yeah, when we do it, I'll show it to you guys. Hey Punchwall, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so that was an idea for Halloween, that I would get like the dad outfit. Although the other idea I had, since my my wife is, like, I'm fairly tall and my wife is petite, so there's like, we have a really big height difference between the two of us. And so I was kind of joking around with her that I thought it would be cool. I thought it might be funny if I dressed up like Ricardo Montalban and she dressed up like Tattoo from, what's the name of that show? Fantasy Island. Yeah. The plane, the plane. There you go. Yeah. So we might do that too. I don't know, we'll see. Okay. Let's see how our animals are doing. Okay. We have a lot of milk. And we have a lot of slurry. In fact, we've got enough to fill up tankers with both. Food is running low, but I do have the food production loaded up and activated, so I think it should be okay. But let's go get some. Let's go get some milk sold, or not sold. Let's take milk to the dairy and or the bakery, and we'll take slurry to the BGA. She's not a fan of that idea, huh, Jim? Well, it sounds like you guys have healthy communication, so that's good. Turbo. Turbo just walking around like he doesn't give a you-know-what. You couldn't pronounce the places in Canada? Can I try? Regina. Yeah. Newfoundland. No, you don't say it that way, do you? You don't pronounce it that way. You're not going to get me to say it. Is it really? It's Regina. Okay, well. When I was a kid, well, this was in middle school. There was a girl in my class named Regina. And when our gym teacher was taking attendance, he said Regina, and everybody in the class started laughing. I felt bad for her. All right, let's see. Do we need this more? Do we need this more at the bakery or at the dairy? All right, the bakery we have almost 15,000. Newfoundland. Yeah, that's what I said. Now throw me some of those French ones. We go through a little bit less than 2,000 a month. So that's, I got enough milk at the bakery for 7 months. Try to pronounce it the French way. Well, the French way is Montreal. Rideau Street. Trois Rivières. Saint Laurent. Yeah. My accent's not good. It used to be better. Well, and I know in... Yeah, Saskatchewan. I know the Quebecois say things a little bit... They pronounce things a little bit different than the French do sometimes, I think. Showing. Oh, okay. You got me on that one, Jim. Yeah. PEI. That's Prince Edward Island, right? I am... Where am I going? I'm taking this to the dairy. That's what I want to do. I took French in high school for a few years. But yeah, it was France French. It wasn't French Canadian or Canadian French that we were learning. But in Michigan, where I grew up, you'd run across some of those towns with French names, especially up north. Are you really, Alex? That's cool. Okay. All right. We can turn off sugar beet. We're making chocolate. We got a ton of sugar. And we're still cranking out sugar, so that's good. We're still making clothes. Are we still making fabric? Yeah, we're still cranking through that cotton. We got plenty of that. All right. So I think we're good there. Alright, so we'll park the milk trailer, and then we'll take care of the slurry. And for anyone just joining the stream, if you don't speak French, don't worry, this is just temporary. The stream is officially in English. We're just demonstrating the great diversity of our viewers who speak a multitude of languages. Just goes to show how intelligent and worldly they are. You think in English and translate in your head. All right, and I'm going to try to dump this directly into the digester, or the fermenter. Is it the digester or the fermenter? I forget. This one over here. Why do I have such a traction problem with this machine? That's really annoying. I think that's a problem with the model. Let's see. Let's check the BGA production. Okay. Yeah, I've still got a little bit. This is the fermenter. Okay. They're all turned on. Okay, we're good. See, look at that. Empty tank. Wheels just spinning wildly. Is that common with the other ones too, Punchbowl? I haven't tried too many of the other ones. Should report that as a bug. I should really rebuild this cow barn on flat land one of these days. Okay, that was a terrible reverse job. Let me back up a bit. I want to make sure I'm out of the way of the robot. There we go. Okay, what do we got in here? Okay, we're doing good. Okay. Alright, that looks fine. So, animals are good. Let's see how the plowing is coming along. Plowing is coming along quite well as well. And we're getting through it fairly quickly. Not quite sure how the Deere got so far ahead, but yeah, it's pretty quick with 2 plows. So when this field is done, that is going to be our second largest field. after CP6. It'll be even bigger than CP1. Yeah, cool. And it's fun running multiple vehicles on the same field. I think I'm going to increase time scale, since this is the main thing we need to get done this month. And while that's, yeah, see, and like I said, I'd like to do some more decoration here around the farm, but I don't really have the money for it. Although I guess I could do some of the more minor stuff that's free. So let's do dry grass. We'll do a little bit around the edges of the barns. All right, I'll put a little bit of, well, is that realistic though? I've got gravel. Yeah, let's do that. We'll have little bits of grass and a few small bushes and things growing up around the edges. In fact, let's do this whole back in dry grass. And then around the side here a bit. Okay. And then we'll put, let's make that, oh, I can't make that any smaller. Yeah, I'll put little bits of grass. Okay, and then we'll throw in some bushes here and there. Various sizes. We don't want to get too close, otherwise they'll poke in through the back. See how that looks. Yeah, I got to get rid of those. A couple of those bushes are poking through the wall. Oh, and all the grasses too. Yeah, that's no good. All right, let's go back to the dirt. I didn't understand everything you said, Alex. All right. Yeah, I'm going to have to leave a little border of the dirt here around the edge. Let's just do enough just so we make sure the grass doesn't poke through the other side. Alright, let's see how that is now. Okay, that's better. Yeah, there's a little bit growing back there. Okay, that works. That still looks pretty good though. I'm happy with that. Maybe we throw a tree or something around there. Maybe here in the corner. A tree or two would be nice. What kind of tree should we do? I've already got some oak trees. Spruce trees are quite abundant around here. Let's do one of those. Yeah, I like these elm trees. Let's do a couple elms there in the back. There. That looks nice. Okay. So I'm pretty happy with that. Whoops. And then over here... Let's do a little bit more dry grass here around the edge, so I can do a little bit more vegetation. Again, we don't want it poking through the side of the barn, but just enough to make it look like, you know, this is an area that doesn't get a lot of traffic, either by foot or by vehicle. There, I think that looks good. Yeah, and nothing poking through except that little bit of grass, which I can live with. Okay, that's nice. The area between these I do want to keep clear. How much was that? Now that windmill I liked. Oh, there's two of them. Okay. So there's this one. Windmill that gives a small income and pumps water for the water something. Okay. Is there a... Jeez. You know what? Let me check the XML. Well, before I do that, let's have something more interesting to watch. I want to look in the XML for that mod so I can see what the rest of that description is trying to say. So that's in the Elk Mountain pack. That's in the EMR Range Set Extended, I believe. And that is the, what do they call that? A windmill. Yeah, windmill. So if I look at windmill XML, I can't see that description anywhere. It's not in there. Maybe it's in the store. Yeah, the windmill XML does not have that description. There must be a store XML. Or maybe it's in the mod description. Ah, yeah. Windmill that gives a small income and pumps water for the water storage tank. Okay. So that means that there's a water storage tank mod somewhere as well. For Elk Mountain. Water storage tank. This is the one. Okay, so I could put this next to the windmill, I suppose, and it'll fill up with water. And then I assume that that water would be free. If I needed water. Well, I do need water. I need water for the greenhouse. I just don't know if I can fill it from that thing. Well, let's try it. Okay, let's get back over to the barnyard, farmyard, whatever you want to call it. Okay. And we'll build out here in this area. Alright, so the windmill counts as a generator, and it'll give us $1,200 a month, which I like. Where do we put it? Let's see. I think we want to keep this kind of like an open path. So let's put it over here on the side. We'll put it right there. Okay. And then we'll put the storage tank next to it. And I assume that that is going to go like right there. Let's go see. Alright. Well, it doesn't show me any kind of fill level. Let's see if I can hook my water trailer up to my truck here. And we can see if we can fill it up. Am I not close enough? Or maybe it just doesn't work the way that I thought it did. Or maybe I need a tractor. Because I need to open the lid on this thing. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need a tractor to do this. Because I know you have to open the lids on top to fill that container. So we'll wait till we're done with the plowing. And then we'll try it. Okay, well that was quick. Let's see if we missed any spots. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Good to go. So we'll clear that. I'm going to go ahead and delete that course. Let's see. We're doing okay on maintenance. So I'm not going to bother running maintenance on these, but I do want to wash. And I want to get these extra wheels off of the John Deere. And like I said before, we'll have to park the plows outside because they won't fit in the shed. Okay, let's see if this thing will work with the trailer. And if it doesn't work, then I'll probably get rid of the tank, but I'll still keep the windmill. Ah, there we go. Yeah, look at that. Free water. Nice. That's what I was hoping for. Alright, so this is like an actual well that I have here now. Yeah, and then I can decorate all around this area. Actually, the Elk Mountain Ranch set has a lot of nice placeables. If you go to decorations, you've got, well, there's a sign, kind of similar to the sign that I'm using. Different stone pattern. You got cattle guards, right? Actually, the cattle guard would be a cool thing to have. Stone Crusher, thanks for the follow. Right, so you can put cattle guards along your paths and stuff. You got stones that you can use for paving. You got this sort of decorative stuff that you can place around. In fact, I think I'll put one of these over here near my water mill. Here you got one with like an old plow, an old tractor. You got bridges, ramps, yeah, so pretty cool stuff. It's a nice set of mods. You can get those from their Facebook page. As well as the map, of course. Elk Mountain, Wyoming, I think is the official name of the map. Beautiful looking map. Okay, we'll leave that parked there. Whoops. So let's clean up this a bit. How do I want to do this? Yeah, so we'll do dry grass around here. Yeah, we can do dirt here. Actually, maybe I should leave gravel where we fill it. No, I think that looks good like that. Alright, So let's put more of the dry grass around this whole area here. Okay, and then as usual, you know, I put down... we don't want to get that much grass. I put down grass first, and then I put plants on top of the grass. Okay, and then I think this would be a nice place to have a tree. And the tree I have in mind is a tall pine. No, we wouldn't have a tree right next to the windmill, would we? What about that? That one looks good. And then we'll throw in a few shrubs here and there. There. That looks nice. And I don't know if that lights up at night, but we'll check. All right, cool. All right, let's put away the Fent. There it is. All right, and then we need to put lime on this field. And that's going to be a whole lot of lime. Oh yeah, Marty Oreo, this is no man's land. Yeah, I'm just using some of the placeable items from Elk Mountain, but this is actually the no man's land map. This shed here, for example, this is from the English Barn Pack, which I think is on console. I had wide tires and wheel weights, yeah. And that's what we'll use for the lime spreader. Yeah, I don't think that map is going to come out on console. I could be mistaken, but I think if they were planning for a console release, they would not have released it for PC already. Yeah, it's a bummer. Yeah, unfortunately, if you really want the best that this game has to offer, you need to run it on a PC. Not to say, though, that you can't have a great time and do lots of very good stuff on console. I mean, I guess it's up to the player, I suppose. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that weight any cleaner than that. Yeah, No Man's Land is great. Now, Calm Lands, I don't know if Calm Lands came out for console or not, but that is a similar map, slightly different style. But the same concept as this one. You basically build whatever you want wherever you want it. But, you know, given enough time, there's going to be plenty of good maps coming out for console players. Alright, let's get the lime spreader, which I think I have in the big shed here. Yeah, there she is. Oh, I completely missed that one. Let's try that again. There we go. Oh yeah. Yeah, Calm Lands does have a lot of hills, that's true. So you have to be willing to do a lot of landscaping. Oh shoot, look at this. Looks like we did miss a few spots with the plow. Hey, thanks, Jim. Appreciate that. I didn't even have to drive backwards all that much. Thank you, sir. Alright, so the Meridian storage, what do they call this? Meridian storage something. I forget. Anyway, this mod that has these 5 tanks. It does fill rather slowly, as you can see. Meridian storage yard, thanks. Yeah. It's not what I would have called it, but it does take a little while to fill it up. Okay. Alright, so we got the right field position. I might as well just leave it where it is, because I know if I pick here, it's going to put my start point wherever it wants anyway, so never mind. Overlap. I don't want that much overlap. Let's do 12, 2 headlands, 30 meters. Why do I have such a big field margin? Let's do 0.4. Yep. Okay. And I will save this one, but first I want to create a new field for course play so that I know what to name it. Marty, you can go to the Giants forum at the Farming Simulator website. They have a forum there where you can leave feedback and they'll see it. The thing is, though, just before you do that, just so you're aware, the reason a lot of this stuff can't come out for consoles is not because of Giants, it's because of Sony and Microsoft. A lot of the fancy mods and maps... Okay, something's wrong here. A lot of the fancy mods and maps use scripts to work, and neither Sony nor Microsoft allow scripts to run on their consoles because of, for security concerns. What is the width I need on this thing? It's 8. I think it's 18 with lime, right? Okay, thanks, Alex. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's dumb or not, but that's the way that it is. So, I'm sure Giants would probably like to have this stuff made available, but they just can't. because they're not allowed to, unfortunately. Yeah, because a lot of console players complain about that. Hey, I can't use this map, or I can't use this mod, and you know, there's certain things that you can't do, which is unfortunate. But like I said, I mean, I guess a lot of it just depends on your attitude towards the whole thing too. You know, if you focus on what you can do and just enjoying the game on the console, then you'll have a great time. Because it's still a great game even on console without some of the mods. But yeah, if you watch a lot of online content and you see people doing stuff that you want to do that you can't do because you're on console, then obviously you're going to be feeling a little bit dissatisfied. Oh, thanks, Alex. Did you say 18 meters before? While you saw me doing the course. Oh, okay, that's nice. Yeah, great. Yeah, this game is great for PC, that's for sure. And this is running at 20 kph, which I think is not as fast as it could be going. There we go. 25 is better. I think this is the Stevie mod of the spreader. Okay, it'll be down here. Yeah, 25 kph is the top speed. Okay. Uh-oh, look at that. See that tiny piece of grass? Unacceptable. Alright, so how do we want to refill this thing? Do I want to drive it back to the silo every time, or do we want to try to refill it in the field? Refilling in the field would be nice, but I think the only auger wagon I have, yeah, is this one. I don't think you would put lime in that one. So I'm not going to do that. Where are the smaller ones? The one I imagine putting lime in would be like, well, a much smaller one, which I don't have installed. What's this? Shuttle. Oh, how about this one? Yeah, I could see maybe loading lime into this one. 34,000 liters. Quiet, Cooper. But that's 80 grand, which I don't have, so I guess we'll just drive it over to the silo when it gets empty. Yeah, you're probably right, Jim. Well, congratulations, Marty, on getting married. Yeah, and talk him into letting you use his PC. For sure. Oh man, I gotta tell you guys, well, we came home from our trip earlier today, and the dogs were staying at a friend's house. And we went to pick them up. Man, they were very excited, and they were scratching me up like crazy. They were jumping all over me, and actually I got a pretty big scratch on my neck. I don't think they were trying to hurt me, but they did. Alright, let's create the... Let me get out of there. Because I want to create the... I want to create the course play course. But I guess it won't let me do it as long as I have something active. Yeah, so I don't know if it's going to call this CP5, or I'm sorry, I don't know if it's going to call it CP7 or CP3. Now this one, it renamed it CP5, so maybe it will call it CP3. Let's go ahead and I'll just name the course that. There we go. Alright, so we'll save, activate CP3 Lime. And we can start deleting some of these other courses. This interface is a little bit awkward. Delete, space, enter, delete, space, enter. Right, so I'll just delete all the ones that have the old nomenclature. What's FOD? I don't remember what FOD means. Bye, Stone Crusher. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so now we're going to start the back and forth work. Alright, while that's running, what else can we do? Okay, I have all this land down here. And I think I have this whole road marked off now. So the other thing we could do during the winter is we could start cutting this field. But let's go down and take a look and see. I'll just come down here since that's fairly close. Let's see what we have to deal with as far as trees go. Looks like there's not too many. Yeah, this one, this part I think we would want to smooth out. Well, I think we would have to. Either that or we would have to work around it. Yeah, 54 is pretty hilly, actually. This is rather steep. We could still work it, though, depending on what angle we take through it. Since that'll be kind of the long side of the field, it might not be too bad to work on. We just don't want to be going like we just don't want to be working the field like up and down. You know, we would want to go across the hill, not up and down the hill repeatedly. Did I buy 53? Yeah. So we have 53 as well. I think we could do it. And then this is the area that we were starting to do some forestry in before. Up in here. Let's see how the furniture shop is doing on wood. Oh, okay, punch wall. Thanks. Let's see. I've got a ton of wood, so I don't really need to do any more forestry right now. But we could go down there and mark off a field while we're spreading lime. Even if we don't start doing the plowing right now. But let's see, I think I'm probably out of lime by now. Yep. So let's go refill this guy. We'll probably need to refill a couple of times. To buy some more lime. Buy another 50,000 liters. Now one thing I noticed is that when you buy stuff in the Meridian storage yard, it is more expensive than buying it in the multi-fruit silo like we were doing before. Which is this thing right here. This thing's quite a bit cheaper. But I figure since our economy is going to start picking up here with all the product that we're producing, I'll just go ahead and pay the higher price. The price from these silos, I think, is the price you get from the game. Whereas the multi-fruit silo is reduced from that level. Use the ramp tool and set the target height a bit past the top, then just run over it. Did you try using the smoothing tool at all? Do you think that works better than the smoothing tool? Because the island that I used to have in this field, I used the smoothing tool, and I thought that worked pretty well. Maybe I can try it both ways and see which one works out better. I don't really have any experience using the ramp tool yet, so I'm a little nervous about using it. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that would help. Thanks. Alright, I think I'll jump into the... Whoa, yeah, here it is. I'll jump into the John Deere, and let's go mark out what that other field might look like. We'll mark out the edge with course play. And then maybe we'll go through and plow it. Although I feel like at this point I would rather get, before I do more field work, I'd rather get to the spring so we can start doing some planting and something a little more interesting than just plowing and spreading lime. So we'll get that lime spread, and then I think I'll just fast forward a couple months until we can start planting something. although we may pause to sell. Geez, that is a big hill, isn't it? Maybe I will just avoid the hill altogether. Although that cuts down, that does cut down the field quite a bit, doesn't it? But yeah, that is an awfully steep hill. Looking at it from the flat land. But I think we can still get a pretty big field here, even without that. So let's see what we can do, and we'll take a look. All right, so I'll start recording. And we'll just run around. We'll leave some room here for the BGA. We'll leave some room for forestry operations. I think I'm going to put a shed over by this section of forest for the forestry equipment. Alright, and then we can, all this we can turn into a field. This hill isn't too, I don't think is too terribly steep to deal with. Maybe we cut across this way and then just south of this ridge. And then up against the back of the bakery and the tailor shop in our retail district. Okay. Now it wants to name this CP3. What if I say no? Then it just doesn't save it, or what? It does let you rename it though, doesn't it? Alright, let's try that again. Alright, so here, fortunately this doesn't take too long. BGA, forestry, okay, I can even see my old tire tracks. Go up to here and cut across before we get to the really steep part. Yeah, that was the practice run. I think this will be a decently sized field. Not huge, but it'll be worth working it. And then we'll leave that open, and then we'll leave this open for more secondary production later on if we want that. Like other shops. Okay. Sure, let's call it CP3. Alright, let's see what CP3 looks like. I think you're better than that, Jim. Oh, it's not that big, is it? How big is that? 8.42 hectares. Can I rename that? Yeah, so let's call that CP7. Oops. I guess we could even take the CP out and just give them better names, but yeah, so that's not such a big field. Not as big as I had hoped it would be. I think if I want more really big fields, I'm probably going to have to start removing trees a lot more than I have been. Right, like over here, for example, I could remove all this forest and expand this field quite a bit. But yeah, I think if I want some really big fields, I'm going to have to start clearing forest at a rapid rate. Willie, I have not. Are you talking about some of the modded production buildings? I did see the new greenhouse mods, but I haven't tried them. I don't know if I want to get into potatoes or anything, but it might be interesting to, it might be worth, I wonder, you know, it might be worth adding another bakery, to be honest. Because I think we could be making a lot more cake than what we are. Oh, okay. I haven't checked those out, but we could do that. But it seems like we're able to make flour and sugar and milk a lot faster than we can consume it. So it might be worth, maybe it's worth considering adding another bakery. Right, like we have the little retail bakery in town. Maybe we could add an industrial bakery as well. And then, because right now all the fields that I have right now are enough to keep that bakery running nonstop all year. So we could continue to expand by just adding another bakery to the mix. And then if we did that, then maybe we'll need more fields to keep that second bakery going. All right, let's see how we're doing on our lime supplies. Can I jump in remotely? Yes, I can. Awesome. Oh, okay, we're almost done. So I think we'll probably have to refill again, but we won't need a whole lot more lime. I'm going to accelerate time a little bit more because I want to see how the new farm looks in the dark. Because we do need to put some lights in as well. Jim, I like Spam. I think it's delicious. I know it's probably not very healthy, but sure does taste good. In fact, yeah, a couple of weeks ago I made an egg salad sandwich with some chopped up Spam mixed in. Man, that was good. Yeah, it's got a lot of salt in it. Salt and fat, that's why it tastes good. Salt, fat, and sugar is what the body craves. Ooh, I bet that is good. I'm gonna look for some kimchi next time I go shopping. That sounds good. Oh, do you really? How long does it take you to make a batch? Because you have to ferment it for a while, don't you? Ah, okay. I found the dashboard button for open lid. That's cool. I gotta figure out what all these buttons do. There's camera switch. And then there's stuff here that I can't do. But oh, okay. A week to 14 days. Gotcha. And what do you put in it? Just chili and vinegar, salt? Soy sauce? That sounds good to me, Alex. I do like burger and fries. Don't you eat poutine up there? Make your own chili oil. That sounds good. I gotta learn to make some of that stuff. Sounds delish. Yeah, that stuff is seriously good. Yeah, I remember one of the first times I went to Canada and it was like gravy on French fries. I think I'm gonna like that. What kind of peppers, Willie? Here, let's turn on some lights. Huh? Oh, Courseplay doesn't let me activate the lights myself. That's a bummer. Oh, that's crazy, Alex. That sounds awesome. I would love to go there. Okay, you got a variety growing then, Willie. Yeah, I do too, Alex. I don't grow any of my own. I do like to cook good food. but I usually buy all the ingredients. Yeah, I don't like food that's hot, like ghost peppers and all that sort of stuff. That's just a little too much for me. I just like it spicy enough to make it interesting. I don't want to... I don't know. I don't want the spiciness to be the primary feature of the food that I'm eating. I like it to be more in the background. Yeah. Yeah, a couple of my buddies they like to get really spicy wings, and it's just funny watching them eat them because they're just like, they're just suffering so much, you know? Like they can't talk, there's just like sweat pouring down their faces. Okay, well I'm not sure where you're going, but I think you're done. We're gonna call this done. Ah, I get it. Okay, so control panel. That turns it on. And that is what? To fold it. Uh-huh. And what does this do? Does that attach? No, I think that must be raise and lower, which you can't do with this one. Okay. So from my panel, I can unfold it. And I can turn it on. That is pretty cool. Yeah, I'm going to have to spend some time with this. And then what's that other thing it's showing me? Fill level? Oh no, that's the wear level. And power to the PTO, I think. Okay. Alright, so let me turn time back down to 5. I'm happy with 98% on this, so I'm not going to bother repairing it. We'll just park it. I am... Here, let's turn these lights off. No, I want it off. Okay. This doesn't turn the lights off. It just changes between modes. There we go. Alright, yeah, so I wanted to get a look at this place in the dark. So, the lights on the Meridian storage yard are really cool. The lantern over here does light up, as I was hoping. That's quite nice. That is very nice, actually. Especially with that tree there. That looks pretty good. Yeah, and we really have no other lights in the yard. So let's spend a little bit of money on a couple of spotlights. Is that in decoration? Yeah. Oh, that's neat. So we got a few, like, we got these small low lights. I don't know what you would call these. I mean, they're called street lights, but they're not really. Oh, small yard lights. Okay. Yeah, I do like those. That looks good. Let's put another one of these over here. next to the, maybe right there under the windmill. That looks nice. We can put a couple of these around the greenhouse. Maybe one like right there by the door. And they're only $10. What a bargain. We can put some by the chickens. Okay. Put one there. This has got a little bit of ambient lighting around. Well, it looks like it's leaking through. But yeah, I'll just put one here near the corners of the fence. Okay. I was wondering why I was flying up in the air. Okay. That looks pretty good. I should put some fencing around the windmill, perhaps. Okay. So that's enough of the decorative lights, I think. Now we need some serious lighting. What about this? This one, okay, yeah, this one goes in two directions. This would be good to have right in between. And that's the large floodlight. Let's see. Yeah, so let's do like a small floodlight covering this area. Maybe right there. Okay. Yeah, and then I'll do another one on this side. Covering this side of the barn. Yeah, I think I'd rather just have a few of these quote-unquote small floodlights rather than the really big ones. Because these can cover a pretty good area, and I don't do a lot of work at night anyway, so. One right there. And then one covering the front of this barn. Let's see, where do I want to put that? This one's a little trickier because of this overhang. Or the eave, whatever you want to call it. Let's see. Yeah, that one's too small. And I don't want like a light pole just sitting out in the middle of nowhere, or sitting like out in the middle like this, you know what I mean? So I'll just put it right here. Okay. I think that works. That looks pretty good. Oh, let's get one over here in front of this shed. Actually, this one I could put right here in front of it. No, let's do this instead. There, put it off to the side. Same here. Okay. There. I think that's good. Gives us enough light to not get lost. Let's see what we can do over here. Maybe one more. Alright, I'll just put a couple more of these along the fence. I like those. Alright, cool. Alright, let's go night-night. We'll get up at 9. See what the weather's like. Okay. Cake. Alright, looks like it's time to sell cake. That's good. And we got a beautiful snowfall. Alright, yeah. Check used. Yeah, alright. Nothing we need. Good deal on the T7. Alright, let's go sell some cake. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I thought that was snow in here. Just got to get to the right vehicle. Yep, Doris is going to be happy. All right. Oh, man. I really don't have a whole lot of cake, do I? I was hoping there would be more than that. Only 20,000. Let's see if there's any other product that is being triggered right now. Alright, cake and bread are both above the trigger currently. Alright, so we can sell bread also. Hopefully this thing works properly this time. Come on. I think last time it seemed like it wanted to be at an angle. Yeah, there we go. For whatever reason. And then in that case, I think I don't even really need it to be open. I just need to be at an angle. Oh Lord, did you see what just happened? Is my cake still in there? This only shows bread now. If I lost my cake... I mean, it still shows 2 crates, though. Oh, jeez. That's retarded. I'm getting rid of this truck. I'm getting my other trailer back. It's being fixed in the update. Okay, that's good. Yeah, this thing's too wonky anyway. I'm getting rid of this thing. Are you effing kidding me? Oh, that's the first one. That's the first for me. All right, let's get rid of that thing right away. Whew. Okay, yeah, so the question is, should we keep this as a truck? I don't know. Let's start it up and see how we feel about it. Alright, I guess we'll keep the truck. Even though that noise is ridiculous. Alright. So we gotta, yeah, we need to go back to... we need standard configuration. Oh, okay. I don't have to pay for that, but I do have to change it. Okay. All right, and then we'll get the old auto load trailer back, the one that worked flawlessly. And don't tell me I got rid of the mod. I did get rid of the mod. Shoot. Okay. Unless it's under miscellaneous. Ah, yeah, there it is. Okay. Prone Giants. Let's just go plain old white trailer this time. Or maybe we'll change the color. How about just a nondescript gray? I kind of like that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this does work pretty well as a semi, I have to admit. The power is nice. Maybe the power will... I mean, one of the reasons I got rid of this trailer before was just that it was... when it was full, it was really hard to pull. So maybe with the insane amount of power I get on this thing, maybe that'll be better. Actually looks pretty good in gray, to be honest. Hey, King Stalin. Yeah, I think it's a lot better than 19. But 19 still has all the mods, and FS22 doesn't have all the mods yet. Right, so if there's certain mods that you can't live without, then you just probably want to check first and see if those mods are available yet. But besides that, yeah, I think it's definitely better. All right, so let's load up the cake and the bread. So the game owes me money for missing cake. Doris is not going to be happy about that. Well, yeah, let's just do one thing at a time. Let's get the rest of the cake loaded. And then if we have room, then we'll load in some bread as well. Because I don't think it's going to stack very well when they're different sizes. Oh, maybe it does stack well. Alright, let's get the bread out. Okay, so that seems to be all the cake that we've got. So we'll put that back on distributing. And we'll unload the bread. Alright, still a few more pallets there. There we go. So that's all the bread we've got too. There we go. One thing about this trailer, though, is you do have to be careful around turns because it likes to tip over on its side. It will use any excuse to tip over for you. Oh, I didn't think of that, Alex. That's a good idea. I've always just used the wait for it to melt method. Yeah. Who was it that asked if FS22 was better than FS19? I think this truck could potentially have an issue. Hey, Zinc. Yep, we're just hanging out in the air with our truck. Oh my lord. Yeah. Let's reset the truck and see what happens with the trailer. And the trailer's still here with me on top of it. Hey, there's a PS5. Now, unfortunately, when I reset that trailer, I'm going to lose everything inside of it. So let's see if I can super strength it down from there. Because I don't want to lose all my cake. If I lose the cake, I'm just going to give myself the money. Alright, super strength is not working. Let's see if I get up on top of this silo. I don't think I can pick up anything when I'm flying. Oh, and now I'm inside the silo. This is fun. Never thought I'd be doing this in the game. I got tire tracks in the air. I can't get it down from there. Alright, let me try going up on top of the silo again. Maybe I... Did I... Are you supposed to fall through this thing, or... Oh, for crying out loud. Yeah. Yeah, it's a mod conflict. It's a conflict with this mod right here. Okay, yeah, let's try to save the game and then exit. And see what happens. Okay, it did save, yeah. Oh, that's disappointing. But, not to jinx myself, but one thing I did notice, guys, is that I haven't had any screen blinking. I think that issue may be fixed. I had the tech support guys get a hold of me today. And what did he do? He updated the firmware on my Xbox controller. Because somebody who was playing Dark Souls was having a problem with a DLL that he saw in my error log. And that's how they fixed it. And I haven't had any of that screen shutting down and flashing issue so far. And usually it would have happened at least once or twice by now. Oh, okay. Well, it fell. Maybe I can pick it up now. Yeah, I do really need to get a screenshot of this. Here, let me hide the UI. There we go. Okay. Let's just get our stuff sold. What a mess. Ugh. Now we're gonna have to move all this crap manually. Well, at least I recovered it. That's the important thing, I guess. I don't know how I'm going to get that stuff up there. What a freaking disaster. Yeah. I think Doris will be happy with that. I'll give her a special discount. And slightly smashed cakes. Whoops. Let's be careful. Factory seconds. They literally did fall off the truck. Oh, come on. Give me a break. This is crazy. Yeah, my cakes actually fly. Don't yours? Yeah, there was some kind of a major weird glitch with the Lizard Phoenix truck that caused it to completely flip out, literally, when I tried to get over the sell point. And in fact, I still have pallets floating in the air where my trailer ended up. Yeah, so it was a little unusual. This doesn't happen every day, fortunately. And since these cakes are worth about 800 bucks a piece, I don't want to just leave them. Not only that, but it would look kind of dumb to have all these pallets sitting around. The hard part is going to be getting those ones that are up there floating in the air. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that, if I even can do it, but we'll see what we can do. And why aren't you selling? Do you have to be upright? Okay. There we go. Alright, so we'll just move these over here manually. I'm kind of afraid to... I'm going to have to hook up the truck to this trailer again, although I'm kind of afraid to do it now. Who knows what'll happen. Seems like the glitch is gone, whatever it was. Yeah, throwing it in sideways doesn't seem to work. Alright. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. I think I'm gonna... This is a typical day in Canada. I think my driver was drinking the Farm Sim grape juice or something. Rocky Road. Okay, I think that's all the pallets that are on the ground. Now we just have to get the ones that are airborne. Let's see if I can get them when I'm flying. Seems like I cannot. Alright, so now I'm standing on one. Can I grab it now? Aha! Oh. They're outside of the map. How can I get rid of them, though? I would at least like to be... Oh, yeah, they are outside the map. So are these stupid things going to be floating up there forever? Well, I guess there's nothing I can do about those. Let's hope they work their way free someday. Yeah. That stinks. It's gonna annoy me every time I drive over here. I might have to put a tree or something there so it blocks it from view. Whoa. chains on the tires. Okay, let's see if it's gonna glitch out and go nuts on me when I hook up to this thing. Alright. Some of these don't want to... Well, the whole thing's hosed, so obviously I gotta just deal with this the best I can. At least we're getting some of it. I mean, at least we're getting it sold, aside from that, those 2 pallets that are floating in the air. So I'm not going to lose too much. And look, we're just drifting. Yeah, you know what? This truck is... I'm getting rid of this truck. It's buggy. Buggy and it sounds annoying. Sorry, Alex. Okay, let's buy a normal truck. I'm gonna get a nice, normal, modern-looking Mack truck. 500 horsepower. No, we'll go with the red. I like it. It doesn't... It sounds normal when you start it. It doesn't fly into the air unexpectedly. You can steer it. It works with manual attach. Look at that. Drives like a dream. Goes exactly where you want it to. All right. All right, guys. I've had enough. That's going to be it for me today. That was pretty funny, though. All right, so I will see you all Sunday morning, hopefully, if you're all there. Alex, if you're not too upset about me selling that truck, I hope to see you back here again. Yeah, thanks, Lanesta. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see y'all next time. Have a great night. Take care.